kids these days and their crazy language, am I right?
Well, there is no time like go time. Hello, everybody. Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in the Type 10 Defender. The space flap with the metric butt ton of engines in the back, and a spoiler, because, spoiler alert, those things make you go faster. Still having a little bit of trouble getting into and out of the dock. I am not used to this thing's configuration yet. Don't quite have the situational awareness on it yet. But when has that ever stopped me? Shout out to Fusion Blaster, thank you for the follow, and thank you so much to L Doobie Hardcore for the host. Much appreciated. So, what are we going to do with this sucker? Well, that's a good question. First off, some other news in Elite. Looks like the Thargoids have started attacking civilian vessels. Ghost Giraffe on his YouTube channel put up something. Looked like a bunch of belugas that had been hit. That's no good. Yeah, with the Class 8 compartment, it should be able to tank like crazy, but actually there's no hull reinforcement that goes up to Class 8, as far as I can tell. If there is, I haven't seen it yet. And honestly, Class 8 shields on this thing are still mournfully bad. Let's take a look at the outfitting here. get a look at what I got on board this sucker. So I've got Class 8 power plant, 7A thrusters and frameshift drive. Those have been engineered. I had some stock parts. And hello, High Flyer! Waiting for 2 hours on this page. Well, sorry to keep you waiting, but here we are. We're good to go now. So I had some spare parts laying around. Yes, I do have spare 7A thrusters with a grade 5 dirty drive tune just laying around the garage. You wouldn't believe when stuff like that might come in handy. I'm a bit of a parts hoarder. Power distributor is charge enhanced. Everything else, well, I've got the sensors here because I'd like to see what's coming. Because this thing can't exactly outrun a fight. This thing could barely outrun a glacier. Optional internals. We are running the 8A shield generator, which still gives me a maximum strength, and this is with 3 engineered Class A boosters. 797 megajoules. That's it on the shields. Yeah, the stock Class 8 power plant is somewhat inadequate. You need to boost it up a little bit. But the good news is Aegis anti-Xeno weaponry is actually very light on power consumption. So if I'd had my druthers, I would have switched this 5D hull package into the Class 6 slot and thrown a Class 7 hangar into the Class 7 slot. Still not a major issue. Hasn't been yet anyway. And just a repair limpet controller just in case my canopy gets blown out. Other than that, running a lot of hull reinforcement, some module reinforcement. I might need to throw more module reinforcement in. I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, there's the new... Let's check the mission board. The new CG has some interesting effects if you want a Federal ship other than the Federal Corvette. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, the Core Dynamics campaign. Let's see here, what are the rewards? A discount of 20% applied to Federal dropship, gunship, and assault ship, and the rank requirements will be temporarily lifted. So, if you want to get one of these Federal ships and you don't have the Federal rank, this might be the mission for you, the Core Dynamics campaigns. Ugh, dry throat. Obviously, I need more to drink. That's better. Alright. So, let's see here. Paperwork out of the way. Got the ship named. Sold off the Imperial cutter. Sold that off for drinking money and buying this thing up. I lose the heavy capacity starlift ability, but if need be, I can always get it back. I'm a Duke. I can do that. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
So I was having good luck here. Oh yeah, also, 3 new stations have been hit. In Electra, HIP 17497, and here in, let's see here, 17694. The other 3 stations, the previous wave that was hit, they are now in repair status. So haul a bunch of materials to them, help get them back underway. It's not quite a CG, it's like a modified, not announced, not official kind of CG, but just kind of a way of, you know, hey, we need to get fixed now, please. Which I kind of like. I like these CG but not a CG kind of things. And also, if you need Federal rank... Hello, Malakir. Radio voice! Yes, that's right. The voice for text, the face for radio. I am the total package. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Engage from landing pad. Moderate speed on exit.
But also, if you need Federal or Imperial rank or Alliance rank, I'm sure some of these stations have Federal, Imperial, or Alliance factions that really want to get the hell out of Dodge. So, good way of boosting rank with them just by grinding out those missions. Fast turnaround time. It's only like 10 seconds in Super Cruise before you get to the rescue ship. Probably. It's an old story. And yeah, I'm flying a Type 10. The Type 9 with a spoiler, so you know it's faster. Let's see here, let's get an external view going on here. Different engine configuration. I'm wondering what these pods are. I would love for them to be something like, you know, some kind of super torpedo or something later on. And, of course, you can't see the front end very well because, well, we're in shadow. But it looks like a Type 9, kind of, sort of. With cooler lights. Yeah, the Type 10 was released yesterday. I thought it was going to be released on Thursday, but no, they double-crossed me. And oh, that engine note is oh so sweet. Yeah, Elite has new ships. The Type 10 Defender. Lakon took a Type 9 heavy transport and converted it into... well, it's more than an armed merchant, I'll say that. I may take a crack at that. I don't have my controls quite set up for that. I was hoping to have the engines flaring when I was in the camera, but no. No, apparently only the throttle and... nah. I've got my throttle set up for my... oh, one moment. So far, just one ship. Here we go, threat level 5. They are releasing... well... they've got a brand new crate coming out soon, as well as the Chieftain. Look that one up. Chieftain, Elite Dangerous, or Crate, K-R-A-I-T. Both fine-looking ships, and both coming in sometime in 2018. Hopefully in the first quarter, but we'll see. So, Threat 5, that means a Cyclops. Let's see what it can do.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, fighter is going live.
Alright, no targets, actually.
Fighter successfully deployed, Commander.
Recall the fighter. Recall the fighter.
Recalling crew.
Yes,
Door
Commander.
opening.
Returning to docking bay now.
Is there anything
Crew,
in here?
return at once.
An occupied
Door
escape
opening.
pod.
Fighter is in the bay. Let's go, Commander.
Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo scoop.
Actually, we've got a good view right here, don't we now? Yeah, you're right. Those retro thrusters do look nice. So here you go, the Type 10 Defender in all of its solar illuminated glory. Armament on it is not exactly small scale either. We've got 4 large hardpoints, 3 medium hardpoints, and 2 small hardpoints. This sucker can, well, with the 4 larges, that means the full complement of Aegis anti-Xeno gear. And then the 3 mediums and 2 smalls can be given over to actual, like, anti-pirate hardware with no trouble at all. And 3 mediums and 2 smalls on ship this big with fighters? Yeah, the canopy, it's a Lakon special. Lakon has still not figured out how to armor a canopy. But otherwise, this thing's pretty sweet. And yeah, this thing does beg for its canopy to get blown in, which is exactly why I've got at least 1 repair limpet now. I usually have 2, but, you know, one of them's being occupied at the moment. Oh, well, thank you very much, Night Terror X. My tiny success is due to you. We all gotta start somewhere, but thank you so much for that. That's really appreciated. What do we got here? We've got another USS. Non-human. Threat 7. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Activating nope drive. Nope factor, screw this. That's a Medusa. A ship designed wholly for the purpose of messing me up. Well, let's try this one. This one's threat 5. Yeah, this one has a better chance of me actually coming out of the fight in one piece. Or at least more easy to reassemble pieces. Shields.
Power diverted to systems. Commander, what are your
Contact.
Contact.
Jada, you're out.
Engaging telepresence. Stand by, Commander.
Scanner is scanning.
Fighter aside. Awaiting orders.
Engage at will. Attack mode.
Engage when ready.
Roger. Searching for new targets now.
Alright, one of the hearts is active. Let's hit it.
Ship is taking enemy fire. Request assistance.
You're supposed to be my backup, Jada. One heart down. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Affirmative. I see the target, Commander. Moving to attack position. I'm taking a beating. Hull down to 50%.
Take care, Malakir. I'll see if we can't shoot this one down for you.
This, Commander. Hull is
And here comes the lightning. I don't like the lightning. Go away. Oh, there go my shields. Attack my target.
Fighter down. Fighter is down, sir. Fighter is live. Awaiting orders.
Attack mode.
Prepare for engagement.
Scanning the target. Weapon is primed. Ship is taking enemy fire. Request assistance.
Yep, there we go. Standard lake on canopy.
Shields are down. I repeat, shields are down. My hull is down to 50%. I need to get out of this, Commander. I can't take much more of this, Commander. Hull is critical.
Online.
Fighter down. Fighter is down, sir. Okay, fighter is going live.
Attack mode.
Fighter successfully deployed, Commander. Monitoring the immediate area, Commander. If they're out there, we'll find them. Where are you, Commander? I'm a sitting duck here. This is going south pretty quick. They've taken out my ship.
Okay, are we hitting the heart? Yes, we are. Good.
My hull is down to 50%. I need to get out of this, Commander. My hull is almost breached. Critical status alert. Scanners show the fighter has been destroyed, Commander.
Alright, so now we've got his attention. He's mad. He's mad. It's mad. Power plant's getting hurt. Great. Okay, where's the hurt heart now? That one.
Understood. Initializing flight startup.
Attack mode?
Position for attack.
Roger that. Let's go get them, Commander.
So I'm letting the turreted multi-cannons do the work here. I'm just trying to keep some kind of distance on it. Not exactly easy.
Online.
Need some support here. My shields are gone, Commander.
Damn.
My hull's about to breach, Commander. Fighter down. Fighter is down, sir. Engaging telecom. Stand by, Commander.
Attack my target.
I'm ready to go, Commander.
Engage the
Order
target.
received. Engaging.
Now, multi-cannons, do your thing and blow that thing away. Thank you. Shields.
Energy surge detected.
Standing enemy fire. Fighter down. Fighter is down, sir.
I think I actually blocked it this time. Alright, I'll cover what happened here in the fight afterwards, depending on what happens. Okay, I've been hit by one of the caustic missiles.
Engaging telecom. Stand by, Commander.
Come on,
I'm
roll it
ready
around.
to go, Commander.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Affirmative. I see the target,
Shields.
Commander. Proceeding to attack position.
Power to system.
Need some support here. My shield's gone, Commander. The fighter just disintegrated, Commander.
Come on, almost got it. Fourth heart's down. Okay.
Target shields online.
Engaging telecom. Stand by, Commander.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
I'm ready to go, Commander.
Get him. Set 2-1.
Under fire. Request help immediately. Enemy destroyed. Can't see any more hostile craft on my scanners, Commander.
Caustic damage detected.
30% left on the hull, 600 light seconds from Donar's Oak. Let's
I
go.
need assistance. Hull integrity down to 50%.
Assembly complete. Hull integrity compromised.
So I didn't need the repair limpets because my canopy didn't blow out. And they wouldn't do anything but delay the corrosion of my hull, so couldn't do that. Okay. So the thing I found out, and which wasn't terribly well explained in my opinion, on the field neutralizer, when that field is detected, you have to mash down on the button and hold it. Hold it in place until the shutdown pulse passes over you. I thought you had to counterpulse it somehow, like either before it released or just as it hit, and no, that's not how it works. You have to hold and maintain the field until it passes over you. Well, we're still above a quarter hull, we're good. Unless, of course, it melts my canopy off. Which has happened before. Yeah, that caustic damage is a pain in the butt. No, well, I can't really share my voice attack profile since I'm using Alex off of HCS voice packs. And so that would, you know, that would basically be, you know,
Hull integrity.
taking their stuff and giving it out. Now, there is an alternate voice pack that I've used in the past, which I could, if you wanted, see about setting up the profile for and sharing. It's called, it's Ripley Galactic's KICS program. KICS.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 09er.
Copy 09er. Roll the fire trucks. I'm gonna need them. Gear down.
Deploying landing module.
There's just a Pepto-Bismol tanker waiting here.
Caustic substance neutralized.
Contact. Commence.
That would be neat. Some of the Ace Combat games, especially 5 and 0, if I remember right, 3 as well, had a system on board called the Coffin. Tempting fate there, but basically it was a fully armored cockpit that took in data feeds from multiple cameras scattered around the fighter to make a virtual glass cockpit. I would kind of like to see something like that here. Well, 700 grand, so there goes some of that 2 million. But Night Terror, no, if there's enough demand, I might actually try to make my own voice attack profile. Something I've been working on with some of the stuff publicly available from Gearbox. They did a bunch of alert and ringtones for Borderlands 2. And I've tried to I'm toying around with the idea of making a voice attack profile where Mr. Torg is your ship's computer. If you're familiar with him, Mr. Torg High Five Flexington. Mr. Torg is actually his first name. Okay, advanced maintenance. But yeah, I'm here when you get interdicted, HCS voice pack, they have whatever response, whatever voice you pick, always says something like, you know, identifying target or whatever before you get dropped down by the interdiction. And I was thinking for my, for Mr. Torg, you could have something like what I've got now when I'm being followed, where he just yells, plot twist! You know, something like that. Okay, let's turn this in. I got fined because a keelback rammed me as I was trying to leave the station. And he just kept pushing. I was trying to accelerate out of the way, and he hit his boosters, and instead of, you know, me accelerating away so he could go about on his merry business, he rammed into me and lost half his hull. Jerk. Okay, combat bonds. 2 million credits. There's easier ways to make 2 million credits, but... Oh yeah, my AI pilot. Yeah, the Galaxy Tour is nice, and Astra is... I've heard of Astra. I haven't flown with her. Commander Niao, my wife, she likes to fly with Eli, John Delancey's voice. Let's see, have my ships arrived yet? Not yet. So, this thing can handle Thargoids pretty well. It's just a straight-up hull tank, though. The shield strength on it is terrible. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
And I don't have any cargo space on this thing because to rig it up for even more hull tanking, had to sacrifice all the cargo space. Okay, anything coming here yet? Not quite yet. Yeah, it'll be a fine trading ship if you pull out the shields and hull armor. That's true, but then I have no shields and less hull armor. So then it's a fine trading ship, but it's also a bit of a target. A bit of a glass cannon, I mean, based on the firepower it can bring to bear, but... Gear up.
Gear up.
Gonna be able to pass? Well, if you push me past a little bit. Oh, you want to come past too now? Rumbles.
Scan detected.
Seizure procedure, huh? Somebody's been watching a little DBZ Abridged. You know, I was kind of thinking the same thing right of way. Yes, you know, the green and red lights have their place, but so does I'm the biggest ship in the area. Actually, if you go to Amazon, there is a book review for a book called How to Avoid Large Ships. And the reviews online are priceless. Well, unfortunately, rules of the sea. The rules of the road for the open sea are... An Admiralty board would have found me at fault there. Of course, the Admiralty would have had to get me out of this thing, but that's their problem. Then again, they've got a lot bigger ships they can send against me, so that actually might be my problem. So, the Type 10 in a nutshell. Lots of armor, when you armor it up. Decent firepower. It can solo a Thargoid Cyclops with very little difficulty if you have a decently qualified AI pilot. Or, I imagine, a decently qualified co-pilot running along. Jump range on this thing with all the armor and engineered drive, I'm running in a 24 light year jump range. So not too terrible. And that is with a lot of heavy duty engineered armor packs on board. Yeah, that was me launching this ship. Sounds of hull scraping for several minutes. That was my initial launch of this thing. I had never flown anything so, I'd never flown the T9 before, so it was a totally new experience. I didn't know that you had to bank out of the way of buildings on docking approach. I just came in for my standard approach, and nope. There's a building off to the side, and I clipped it with my wing. Well, that spun me around. Beautiful docking approach.
Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima, please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing.
Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Initiating docking procedures.
Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay 09er.
Copy 09er. Anybody in here trying to get out? I hope not. Oh, come on.
Attention, maintain nominal separation distance within this area.
Gear down.
Deploying landing gear.
Seriously, I'm kind of damned if I do and damned if I don't there, because if I just slow down to make way, I get hit with the, you're obstructing the docking port. And if I speed up to clear the port, then every idiot out there with a smaller ship who thinks that the law is going to protect him
Ground crew dispatched.
can't win for losing. Oh well, pay off my moving violation here. It's not like it's a great amount of cash to me. Okay, so the Ahmanson is here, and 3 minutes left on this guy. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting, because thanks to my newfound fortune that I got with all the rescue missions, handy little thing, all the stations that are damaged, because all the people come to help out and do evacuation, it kind of puts them into a boom state, which means that the passenger missions start handing out the really good stuff. The really top-shelf materials. Exquisite focus crystals, cracked industrial firmware, modified embedded firmware, etc., etc. The stuff that you usually tear out your hair trying to get a hold of. Well, let's see here. What have I got? Oh, yeah. This poor SOB. I should probably drop him off, huh? Okay, yes, search and rescue agent. Task completed. We've now accomplished our goal to find and rescue missing people. That's it? You aren't taking more? You gotta take more people here. I mean, that's kind of what you do, right? Alright, let's get rid of this limpet control. Unbelievable. Okay, so, tell you what, buddy. I'm gonna drop you off here. Just, I'll put you in a corner, I'll prop up the escape pod in a corner. Somebody's gotta come by eventually and see the guy. I mean, maybe they'll just hear him kind of pounding and yelling for help. There, you're rescued. So yeah, I was going to say, with the newfound fortune that I got, in materials anyway, I'm going to play around a little bit. And hey, since we're out here in the Pleiades anyway, and Professor Palin's speed shop and coffee house is right around the corner, let's go pay him a visit. So from the very biggest to the very smallest. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Set 2-1.
Max engines.
I cannot believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. Gear up.
Retracting landing.
Lights on.
Landing pad.
Lights
Exit
on.
station quickly and safely.
What are we getting here? 320? $336. Well, let's go see how much higher we can make that number.
Clear station perimeter. This is traffic operation. Signing off.
Why? Well, because it's stupid and silly.
Piracy is rife here.
So yes, we are going to build the most over-engineered Sidewinder in the galaxy. And maybe stick super efficient beam lasers on it for fun. If anybody else has any ideas for crazy builds, let me know. Especially while I'm down here in the Pleiades. Because I got Palin right here. The little Sidewinder that could. The little Sidewinder that's going to. I want to hit, just for fun, I want to be able to break 500 meters per second in this thing. And that's what I get for looking at chat instead of checking my nav system. Nippy little thing, though, even in Super Cruise. I've forgotten how fun these little guys could be. Exactly. I may take it into CG zones in open just to troll pirates. Here's your Uber Super Killbot 9000 starship, and here's a Sidewinder interdicting him. And here's a Sidewinder running away screaming. Rinse, repeat.
Orbital flight engaged.
Well, this isn't so much of a versus kind of deal, but... well, there's resource sites around. Also conflict zones. Well, now I sound like the Onion Knight from Dark Souls. Let's see what I can get out of this thing, and then we'll take a look at what its capabilities are. We'll find something with a nice mining resource site in it. I think there's one in D1-55. Yeah, Pleiades Sector IR-W D1-55 has mining sites in it.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 01.
Thank you very much. Confirming pad 1. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
And even if I lose it, it's going to be like pennies to replace. Dig the rebuy money out of the cushions of my couch. Three-point landing. 1 point per bounce.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Green
Okay, Ishmael, I've got a weird one for you here. Let's see if you're up to it. Really, the weakest part I need is pharmaceutical isolators, but I have enough here. It's good, I guess. Yeah, it'll work, I guess. We'll see what happens. Then we'll stick a better frameshift drive in the thing. I've got incendiary multi-cannons on this thing. What a fun day. Okay, let's take it for a quick test flight and see if we need to do another upgrade on it. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Lights on?
Lights on.
The lights were on. Oh.
ship release.
Lights on?
Departure authorized.
Lights on.
Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Okay, we can do nearly the boost speed in cruise mode now. Oh, this is nowhere near 500. On the other hand, it is 430.
Automated flight control protocol now offline. Thank you, Commander.
And I suppose for a Sidewinder, that's good enough. What's my power distributor looking like? One A. Alright. Yeah, not much more I can do with it. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Tell you what, actually, I'm going to fly this thing. I'm going to grab the Ahmanson. This thing is pretty wild, actually. It's almost tough to control. So I accomplished what I came out to see. I got into a fight with a Thargoid. Actually survived it in pretty good order. So the Type 10, as it is right now, I've got a good anti-bug ship just in case. I'm not going to try to purposely antagonize the Thargoids. I'm kind of the opinion that, no. I don't know. I'm not going to go looking for a fight with them. I just went looking for one fight, found the fight, won the fight. I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do now is, we're going to fly to Ark's Faith, get a hold of the Ahmanson, fly back to Narvert, summon this thing back, because it's only like $9 grand to fly it out there, and then start making a whole lot of money. And then I'm going to start thinking about what I want to do for... Oh, I'm going to try to put on some kind of special for New Year's. I'm just not sure what. I've heard the suggestion fly out to Colonia or fly to the core. Do a marathon stream there where it's just Narvert to the core. It would also be nice to make my final progress on trade rank. And I can do that using passenger missions. And then I'd be triple elite. And that's something I've kind of wanted to go for a while. Please pardon the sound of the garbage truck passing by. It will soon be over. Falcon to Lacey, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Requesting docking bay.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on pad 1-3.
Copy 1-3. Gear down.
Scan detected.
Down and locked.
Maybe I've been watching way too much Firefly, or just, absorbed too much Firefly over the years, but it just feels like I need to speak with more of a drawl sometimes when I'm flying. Or anytime there's an exterior shot of my ship, anytime I take a break and come back, whatever. There needs to be like a little guitar and fiddle interlude. Okay, DSRV Ahmanson. Which I really should rename here. Here we go. One moment there. Gotta change the livery. There we go. And there we go. Much better. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
"265 light years. I can pull that off on one tank. I love the mods I've done to this thing. Gear up.
Retracting landing
Engage
mode.
from landing pad. Maintain correct lane on exit.
This thing actually doesn't do bad for speed either. I mean, I've got a clean drive tune on the thing instead of a dirty drive tune.
Clear of station perimeter. Have a safe journey.
Update information. There we go. So as some of you may have noticed, I did put up a couple of videos yesterday on mission types, mission overviews. You know, more aimed towards the green pilots, but the part 3 that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be a little bit more how to get what you need for certain engineer unlocks. Marco Quent, which I can barely say without grinding my teeth into stumps. But if anybody else has a really difficult engineer or something they've been having trouble with, let me know and I'll do some research and see what it takes to get them. Or refresh my memory on what it takes to get them. Because there's actually a few engineers I haven't unlocked yet. Who have I got to get yet? Ramta, Zachariah Nemo. I don't even have the Sarge. I know there's the Sarge, and I got 0 with him. I have no idea what it takes to unlock him. Guess I should look that up right now, shouldn't I? Go to Inara. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Engineers. Come back here so I don't fly into a star. Okay, the Sarge. What do you need? Okay, how to discover from Yuri Ishmak. Grade 3 to 4. Gain rank of midshipman or higher with the Federal Navy. And then provide 50 units of aberrant shield pattern analysis. I've got 15. Ah, rare data, of course. Why would it not be? Actually, thinking back to what you said, Night Terror, you have Astra, but she's so dry. If you want a really colorful AI from for your ship, I would really suggest Eli. He is a sassy, sarcastic little shit.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh yeah, he's fun. The trailer video for him pretty much tells everything you need. As she said, I put Discord on my computer. I didn't expect to put Discord into my computer.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Ah, sweet home Narvert. Boom reported. Excellent. Unless there's a lot of war zones, then it's less excellent. Just different kind of boom.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Also, if anybody else flies with rudder pedals, and I realize that's a pretty small subset, but if anybody else flies with rudder pedals, do you invert the rudder? Because I found that is the only way. I tried flying with rudders in a standard configuration, which is to say, you push the left pedal, and it turns your ship left. I have tried that. I tried that for months and months, and I couldn't get my mind wrapped around it. I inverted it, and it felt absolutely natural. It felt like I was just moving a steering wheel with my feet. Now I push down on the left pedal, and it pushes my ship to the right. I'd be interested to hear how many people fly with, one, rudder pedals, and two, if they invert them. I had to do that because my new sticks don't have any kind of yaw built into the stick themselves. It's not going to be the greatest approach to the station, but it's close enough. Vertex, my verdict on the Type 10. It's not a bad ship. It's spectacular for fighting Thargoids, which makes sense. It was designed to. Excellent Well, mostly excellent hardpoint placement. The convergence is a little off, but you have 4 large hardpoints. So, I mean, you got 4 large hardpoints, and they do have some convergence, so, you know. You're set there. Armored like a tank. The shields are terrible. No matter how much booster you put on those shields, they are just mournfully bad. So, a good hull tank. Excellent anti-Thargoid ship. I'm not sure how well it will work against other humans, NPCs, etc. In fact, I may just have the ship shipped here so I can do some experimentation in the resource sites. But against the bugs, I give it an A+. Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Yes, it sounds amazing. The note on those thrusters when you hit the boosters, it's amazing. In fact, I'm probably going to just have it shipped here now.
Contact. Commence system shutdown.
And Night Terror, yeah, glad you like Eli. Okay, apparently the garbage truck, from what I can tell, must be trying to throw for distance on the dumpsters behind our building. Apparently it's doing some kind of curling competition with all the other trash trucks in the area. Apparently they're scoring based on distance and bounce, maybe how many rolls it gets. Ow, on the price, but, you know. Okay, so 50 minutes. And that gives us time to play around with something here. Let's load up the Outrunner. How much did your loadout cost you on the Type 10? It was pricey. Very pricey. I think I was close to... I want to say it was at least 400 million. Probably would have been more, but I was using a lot of off-shelf parts I had that I, was holding in storage. Okay, Air Entry Alliance, we're at 48%, and in a boom. See what we can ship to Thedidic. Well, I'm gonna do some testing later today, and probably tomorrow, most likely, with the Type 10 versus NPCs. Just see how well it can make money out in the rings. This goes to Oil Estate, I'll take it. Goes to Right Plant. I'll just go to Hoyle. So, if you can hold off for at least a day, we'll run some tests today and tomorrow on the Type 10, because it worked well enough versus Thargoids. Let's see how it works against NPCs. Other NPCs. More conventional NPCs. Gear up.
Ship detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Lights on.
Lights on.
Gear up. NP, yeah, NP convention. Something like that. I've just gotten back to Narvard. I was just flying the Type 10. Flying the Type 10 down in the Pleiades. Did some testing yesterday. I managed to take out 3 or 4 Thargoid ships once I got into the rhythm of it. Took out another one here on stream. So the Type 10 is excellent for fighting bugs. It's a little bit of a bear to land, especially in a high-tech system. Where you got towers in the way. How are we doing here now? We just expanded. We're at 31%. Holy crap. Oh, okay. Suddenly we own this system. Well, we don't own it yet, but... yeah, it's looking to be about 3 station attacks per week. 3 more were hit today. The previous 3 are now in a repair state. When I checked yesterday, we were at 10% influence in this system. Now we're at 31%, which puts us in the majority. Now there is one minor issue with the Errantry Alliance that I'm seeing. And that is we're starting to, well... we may end up coming into contact with the Guardians of Harmony. And they seem a decent sort of people. They're another player group. And they control a lot of systems. 38 systems. While they're in 38 systems, they control either 33 or 35 of those. But they are only like 7 light years away now. They just entered into the Hun Pi system. So, if anybody here knows how to get into contact with them, maybe talk to them... something. Hoping it's not going to come to a war because, well... let's face it, we'd get face rolled so hard. You know, it wouldn't even be a speed bump to those guys. But they don't seem like the crush, kill, destroy type, so... I don't know, maybe talk to them and figure out how to sort out this area. I mean, the Alliance is a tiny group. So those are the burning stations I'm worried about. Then again, maybe once we get the supercarrier, it doesn't matter. We just throw the Alliance onto a carrier and go where we want to go. I'm thinking of calling it the New Avalon. Once we get a hold of one. Seems like a good callback to Battletech, which I like. Arthurian Legend, which I like. And Gargoyles, which I absolutely love. Remember, Avalon doesn't take you where you want to go. It sends you where you need to be. Gear down.
Deploying gear.
Nope, no Transformers Avalon.
Engines disengaged.
Though maybe something from the last night, I don't know. I actually, as big a Transformers fan as I am, I walked out of the 3rd movie about halfway through, and I have not seen the 4th or 5th. I just couldn't do it. Okay, what have we got for inventory? They give me any cargo for that? Nope. Alright. So, now let's go make a lot of money. I liked the design of Megatron better for the second one than the first one. But Yeah, I couldn't. Okay. Well, that's no good. We're at 31%. I'll just, I don't care. 7330, dancing pair, ships lost in space. 17 tourists want to go to 7330. Spinrad Station. Bet I know who that's named for. $6.3 million. Passengers may be wanted. Well, you know. Okay, that's another rich tourist. That's 12 million. Transformers with Kirby's Fourth World and you get Omegatron. You know, crossing Megatron with Darkseid, well, Unicron with Darkseid, that'd be an interesting story idea. But I'm kind of glad in the new IDW stuff that they are not touching on Unicron very much at all, because that just got run into the damn ground. I'm just trying to figure out what's the most profitable addition here. That's another 2.8 million. I'll take that. And looks like now it's just kind of the crumbs. 1.5 million. Why not?
Incoming mission critical message.
All right. Off we go. One illegal passenger. Right, we aren't going to stick around very long here. Locate goods. Nope. Try again. Gear up. Gear up.
Retracting landing gear.
And this is why the Outrunner is such a good ship. This sucker runs cold. And I'm going to need that when I approach Spinrad Station. We're sitting on a lot of money here. It would be a shame to get blown up. And iMage, I haven't seen the latest series either. The last Transformers series I saw the entirety of was Prime. Prime and its Beast Hunters spin-off. Most likely named for sci-fi author Norman Spinrad. So settle in, we've got a little bit of a trip. But actually 130,000 light seconds is not bad. It's easier than the approach to Harang. What do we got here? Locate the tourist beacon. No. Anybody trying to follow me? Oh, probably quite a few people. So this is actually easier than the Harang system run. But I may make comparable amounts of cash here. Maybe less. So I'm transporting a lot of individuals instead of filling up my passenger cabins to maximum. 1.5 million plus 2.8, so 3.8, 4.3, 6.8, so 11.1, 6.3, 17.4, 21.6, and then, actually, it's probably going to be closer to 22 or 23 million. Would have been nice to have the ring fragment from the wrecked Oracle be nearby, maybe be able to fly through it. Possibly, although maybe the repair ships already recycled it. I mean, why have a big chunk of orbital debris right there when you can break it down and reuse it? Sorry for the click if you just heard that. Just turned on some light in here because it's actually rather dim outside. Yeah, hand wavium. At least it wasn't like the firefighting minigame in... Oh, trying to remember if it was Champions Online or City of Heroes. I think it was City of Heroes. But there used to be a firefighting minigame in Steel Canyon. And you'd have to go in and there would be a bunch of superpowered arsonists running around the building setting fires. And the fire chief gave you a special firefighting backpack. And if you didn't get the flames under control in time, the entire building exploded. And this was in the open part of the map. Yeah, that must have been City of Heroes. And now I have a sad again, because damn, that was a good game. Well, on the plus side, maybe I should start recording this section too. Then I can show people how to smuggle in a target properly. Light a candle for the lost City of Heroes, yeah. Though I've heard, somebody's trying to get the rights back. Somebody's trying to negotiate to get the rights back and resurrect it. I mean, I know they've done that before, but this seems like a new attempt. I think it's the crew developing, Ship of Heroes? Anyway. I tried DC Universe Online and I just couldn't... It just... No game has given me that same feel as City of Heroes did. Champions was kind of close in that, hey, at least you could... You know, you had super strength, you could toss a car at somebody, but by the time you got to that level of strength, tossing a car at somebody didn't do a damn thing to hurt them. So, crap. And DC Universe Online is, I'm not even sure if it's still going, but that was just more like Sidekick Simulator. New signal source. I hope it's not Thargoids. So let's see here. Trade rank, Tycoon, 79%. How much money would I have to make from here to get elite? And my CQC rank, I played it a little bit and it's fun, I guess. The beam laser eagle is absolutely broken. Oh, hello, Yuki. I don't know if anybody can hear, but hopefully not. Next to me, Hank is sitting on Niao's desk, curled up in a cat bed, and he's snoring. Hank's got some, I don't know, some kind of breathing issue going on. Nothing life-threatening, but he snores. And actually, he makes sounds very similar to Teddy Bear the porcupine. If you look up Porcupine Eats Pumpkin on YouTube, you'll see this porcupine just gnawing away at a pumpkin, just making the cutest little noises. Well, that's what Hank sounds like all the time. That is the best way I can describe the sounds he makes. You are familiar with Teddy the Spiked One. Yes. Adorable little critter. And that is what Hank sounds like, and also kind of what Hank looks like. He's got long hair. The adoption paperwork said domestic short hair mix. The adoption paperwork tells terrible, terrible lies. He is, as far as we can tell, a Norwegian forest cat. He is a Ouija. All black, maybe a little hint of brown and red underneath. Not terribly graceful though. I've seen him try to jump into his cat tree, and it's kind of a scramble, scramble, scramble thump as it kind of leans over sideways. He doesn't leap so much as plummet. That's a good word. Yes, he plummets. And then there's Yuki, just kind of doing the kitty equivalent of, oh, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? He also doesn't meow so much as goes arf. It is an odd sound. I couldn't reproduce it if you wanted me to, but yeah, he goes harf. Okay, on approach to Spinrad Station, 400 some light seconds left. We're going to have to get a good approach angle going here because I want to go straight in without having to alter course at all. Which means that I'm probably going to have to circle around here because I was too busy talking to check the approach speed. Right, let's try that again properly. Head tracker on. Alright, this will work. Hip 7370 resistance. Well, I hope they don't mind too much. That's a good approach. And we're going to skip the voice commands here to just switch through the commands really quickly manually. So if you can get a good approach and you can get in quick, you don't have to worry about anything fancy like going stealth or deploying heat sinks or anything like that. Gear down.
Down and locked.
It's just good approach and quick hands on the docking request. And you're going to be bitching and moaning about me about the tourist. Yeah. I don't care. You're happy enough that I got paid. And that makes me happy. So we all get what we want at this station. Good afternoon, Vox. How are you doing?
Incoming message. Incoming message.
Quite good. Glad to hear. Anybody else? No outstanding transactions? Alright, anything in the cargo? Yep. 4 microwave cooling hoses. I know it's microwave, but you need to cool down a microwave. I'm sure this works just fine. Gear up.
Docking coupler disengaged. Your way is cleared for departure.
Scan detected.
Go away. Not carrying anything. I think I may have actually just outrun a scan. Looks like.
You've now exceeded the no-fire zone. Have a good flight, Commander.
And that is why I love the Python. Just versatile enough to be engineered into a ship of wonders. We'll get docked at Glidden, and we'll see how much time is remaining on the other ships being sent back. Probably kill some time in the rings. I need to train up a new pilot anyway, because my good one got blown up the last time. Turns out a competent pilot just doesn't quite cut it. So I'm going to have to train up somebody new again. Oh, Phantom, damn. Well, obviously I was going to ask how far out are you, but you're 300 jumps out. What direction? Towards... Obviously not towards Colonia, so you must be on the far side of the core. Or at least thereabouts. Well, I guess I could be overestimating that. Let me just narrow down the speculation by asking, where the hell are you? Coming in a little hot, hopefully the gravity braking helps. And it appears to be helping. We're good. Request docking clearance. Alright, manual.
Landing permitted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 4-5.
Copy 4-5. Gear down.
Down and locked.
Twitter of a deep-sea fisherman who posts pictures of what he catches. He catches nightmare fuel. Nice. Maybe mention that to Shauna McGuire. She does... she does some urban fantasy, urban horror. Also does some medical horror under a different author name, Mira Grant. But I think she had an idea for, like, anglerfish mermaids. Eelherb DL-D. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna actually check that out on the map real quick. Just see where, you know.
Unable to comply.
No, Alex, don't worry about it. Just muttering to myself. Maybe with one L. Maybe with no I. Well, I'm sure it's 300 jumps out and a very far distance away. Okay, top off the tank. See where we're at on the ships coming in. "17 minutes yet. Alright, well, that means... Now that's interesting. A type of glass that'll mend itself if you press it back together at room temperature. And yet it still stays like glass. It doesn't, shall we say, sag? That's fascinating. Huh. How you do that? Okay, Jada, I really don't want you... Yeah, I'd like a... Garrett, you're up. Lights on.
Lights on.
So, since we need to train up an NPC pilot, I'm going to throw him in here. Low weight polymer, and it increases hydrogen bonding. Alright, that kind of makes sense. Gear up. At least I understand what all the words mean. I can kind of visualize how that would work. Yeah, I can visualize how that would work, and that's damn nifty. Now, is there any, what am I trying to say? Is there any mention of use the technique to increase bone strength? Well, somebody contact the Emperor, because I think we just found the first stage of Space Marine enhancement. But I was going to say, is there any distortion in the glass where the bonding occurs? Because if you could use this to have self-repairing glass in, like, car windshields or just, hell, a pair of glasses, would there be any distortion afterwards where the optical properties changed at all? Alright, Garrett, you're out the door.
Copy that. Establishing telepresence. Fighter deployed. Standing by.
Attack mode.
Crew, prepare for engagement.
Okay, Commander. Going on the offense.
Balance.
Equalize power.
Right, now for your friend. I will take a look at that in a moment, Phantom. Right now, just gotta handle this guy. Not that he's any... Actually. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Roger
the
that,
target.
Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Let's see here now. Doesn't look to be any issues with sagging or clouding. Does take a day to heal completely. It's not bad. Alright. Let's try this. Okay, so you're heading out... Alright, so you're just across the gap into the arm again.
Under attack. Fighter assembly initiated.
Ah, lost my fighter. Alright. Okay. You've successfully gotten my attention.
Target destroyed.
Roger that. Initiating SLF deployment.
Scan detected.
Alien is asking, what are you hauling? Wing of 3? No, 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 no. You don't get to...
I've got no cover here. Diverting power to shields. Fighter hull is at 50%. I'm taking too much damage, Commander.
It is a couple of adders. Be less useless and shoot them down.
Target destroyed. I think that's all. Good work, Commander.
Cockpit windows to heal instead of blowing out, please. Yeah. And on your way back from the core, I see that now, yeah. Baron Munchausen. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now. Target dispatched. We're in the clear, Commander.
Sure, there must be a commander name the game is using for NPC listing. Well, you got 4% of your fighter left. I'm sure you'll be fine. Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
I really need to train up some decent NPC pilots. I had one that was competent, and I thought she'd be able to help keep the Thargons off of me, and no. No, she was in fact not.
Target down.
And so when my ship blew up, I lost her. Frustrating. I mean, also frustrating that I spent 20-some million on rebuy, but... Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Copy that.
Come on, Timbley.
One down.
Come here.
Under attack.
Come here and take your pounding.
Warning. Impulse attack.
Come here and take your chopping, boy.
Target shield.
To quote Homer.
Temperature critical.
Target down.
Fighters can be a great force multiplier. I've learned to like them. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
I mean, they're especially good for small, or for, sorry, big unmaneuverable ships.
Scan detected.
Not that this excuse me. Pardon me. Not that this Conda is unmaneuverable. It's actually pretty well engineered for that.
Confirmed kill.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just something caught in my throat quick when I was trying to use words. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Understood.
the target.
Focusing my fire on your target.
But depending on the pilot's skill of the fighter, they can be either, you know, amusing force multipliers or absolute demons out there. I did hear that, DK David. 3 more stations got hit. The original 3 that were hit are now in a repair state. I went out in the Type 10 and did some bug hunting. Seemed to really work well as an anti-Thargoid ship. I'm now transporting my Type 10 here to see how it handles NPC hunting in the rings.
Confirmed kill. Threat neutralized. We live to fight another day, Commander.
Also, there is a new, 2 new community goals, both in the same mission, 1 cargo, 1 pirate hunting, put on by Core Dynamics. And if you contribute, at the end of it, you get a 20% discount to the Federal dropship, gunship, and assault ship, and the Federal rank requirements are lifted for a week. So if you're looking to buying one of those 3 ships, just not the Federal Corvette, but if you're looking for one of the gunship-derived vessels, and you don't have the Federal rank for it, take a look at that one. See if that interests you at all.
Target dispatched. I think that's all. Good work, Commander.
Attack my target.
Target shield.
Weapons free.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
And that's all she wrote on this guy.
Scan detected.
Target dispatched.
Scan detected.
And then Sean Robertson in the Asp Explorer asked, "Let me see what you have." Well, I've got a variety of high-caliber weaponry.
Under attack.
Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Attack my target.
Target
Weapons free.
dispatched. Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now. Confirmed kill.
Buying those now will reduce rebuy. Might have to jump on that. Yeah, that's a very good point. Get bored, nothing going on. Decides to go out, creates to the center. Shit hits the fan as I get there and I can't make it back soon enough. Yeah, isn't that always the way? Anytime that I decide to go out on some kind of expedition, that's when everything goes bad here. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Understood. Focusing my
Yen
fire
Lee
on your
McAvoy.
target.
And he's chaffing. No, he's not. It's just that my guns are a little drunk. Oh no, he's got rail guns. We're dealing with a badass here. Though he is smart in that he's trying to stay close. Unfortunately, it just delayed the inevitable.
Target cargo dropped.
Target down.
Now, okay, here's the light fight I was seeing. Set to 1.
Diverting power to engines.
At least I have my Corvette waiting for me. Always a good thing to have waiting for you. Jason Savage in the Torment. Attack my target.
Weapons free.
I read
Engage
you.
the target.
Got the target on my scanner.
Balance.
Power balance.
Let's see if we can't draw some heat off of that Python.
Target shields offline.
Target down.
Detected.
Chris Chapman asking, do you have anything of value? One moment, Chris. I'll get back to you on that. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Come here, you.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
Let me take this guy out and catch back up on chat. There we go.
Confirmed kill.
Bullets do have value. I can certainly exchange some of my lead for his gold. Chris Chapman, I said I'd get back to you. Attack my target.
Weapons free.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner. Confirmed kill.
Spent uranium, a little bit of tungsten jacketing, maybe, I don't know. Oop, we got a Conda. Malak. Malak? Lord of the Night. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Warning. Counterattack. Gaining heat.
That's adorable.
Warning. Temperature critical.
And now you have no power plant.
Scan detected.
Target dispatched.
344 grand, damn. Ray. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Roger
the
that,
target.
Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Mighty Hunger.
Scan detected.
Always some other clown trying to scan me and pirate me. When I'm trying to take care of business elsewhere. Be gone.
Target destroyed.
Malcolm the Rotund. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Copy
the
that.
target.
Let's take this one down.
Well, as far as pirate name goes, it doesn't quite instill fear and terror. But it does inspire my bank account.
Target destroyed.
95 grand for a fertile ants. That was the weakest fertile ants I've ever seen, I think.
Target destroyed.
Recall the fighter.
Returning to ship for recovery, Commander.
Retreat to fighter bay at once. Door opening.
Alright, let's let Garrett take over the helm. I'm gonna swap out to the fighter.
She's safe and sound. Running a diagnostic scan now. Commencing fighter startup sequence. Get ready for deployment.
Wait, what? How am I wanted?
Under attack.
Roger. Awaiting orders, Commander.
How did I end up wanted? Well, so far it's just an assault charge.
Scan detected.
Alright, swap out. Damn it.
I've got hands on the controls, Commander.
Recall the fighter.
Roger. On the way back now.
Retrieving fighter. Door opening.
Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
I have no idea what I did, iMage. I didn't think I had any stray shots hit him. Unless my fighter managed to put a few rounds into him, but it seems unlikely.
Target shields offline.
Recall the fighter.
Affirmative. Stand by. Door opening.
Yep, pretty much. Standard 10-minute break.
Destroyed.
Garrett, did you just get me a murder charge? Thank Jeebus, you did not just get me a murder charge. kind of neat. Haven't seen the inner doors and outer doors before. Alright. 2208. We have to have gotten the big ship back by now. So we'll jump to Super Cruise, get docked at the station, and then figure out where to go from there. Actually, I take that back. We can do something slightly different. We're going to go to HIP 5881. We're going to wait there a few minutes. I'm going to go get up, use the bathroom, and grab a drink. And then we will jump back to Narvert, and by that time the bounty will have been cleared off, and we are free and clear to do whatever the hell we want, within certain limits. So, I will be right back. Anybody else, you need to take a break, take a few minutes? Now's the time. See you in a few.
Incoming mission critical message.
Point away from the star. Anybody else want a chunk of me here while we're waiting? Nothing I can see. Alright, be right back. And back. Okay, how much time do we have left on this bounty? 1 minute. Excellent. Let that tick down and we're good. Then we're going to go, and by now the Type 10 should have arrived. Your Type 10 has arrived at Glidden Enterprise. Okay, so it arrived 5 minutes ago, actually. Wait, what? 2109? 2214... That doesn't make any sense. Actually, none of these times make sense. Very strange. I didn't think I spent an hour out there. Come on, timer, tick down. Time is an illusion. Oh, don't you get started on that time cube thing. Wow, there's an old memory for you. Yep, time cube. And if nobody knows what I'm talking about, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look that up and just kind of marvel. Marvel and shake your head. Or point and laugh, you know, either way. This is the longest 1 minute I think I've ever experienced. Someone I follow online did an analysis of the time cube meme. It's still at 1 minute. You know what? Screw it. We're jumping. If the analysis came to any conclusion other than they're nuts... Not really. It's just jumping into another dimension. It's kind of like hyperspace in Star Wars, or yeah, no bounties, so we're good here. Okay, well, as far as I know, hyperspace in Elite is like hyperspace in Star Wars. To a certain degree, it's just much faster than hyperspace in Star Wars. Well, okay, for a given value. Actually, not sure which one is faster. I think actually Star Wars hyperdrives are faster. But it's a similar principle, just operating on jumps. Took me forever to learn what 0.5 past light speed meant. I mean, like, okay, light speed and a half? Still not very fast. But I found out that there's actually a hyperdrive multiplier. That there is a certain time, say, if a standard ship with a Class 1 hyperdrive goes between point A and point B and it takes 10 hours, that's what every ship with a Class 1 hyperdrive does. If a ship with a Class 2 hyperdrive takes the same course, it takes 20 hours instead of 10. And a ship with a Warp Class .5 hyperdrive can do it in 5 hours. So basically, it is a multiplier of the standard travel time. Which I thought was kind of neat and finally made a bit of sense. Yes, it is heavily influenced by Narrativium. There's zero doubt of that, but so is every other FTL system in just about every other sci-fi franchise ever. If you look up the warp speed chart on Memory Alpha, you will just shake your head at the number of ways Warp 4, at the number of speeds Warp 4 can be.
This is an independent star system, Commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 39er.
Seriously, the warp speed chart on Memory Alpha makes my head and my heart and my soul hurt. There was a simple idea. Gear down.
Deploying landing
Warp
pod.
speed was the speed of light. It was basically, yeah, the speed of light cubed. The warp factor cubed. So warp 2 was 8 times the speed of light. 2 cubed. Warp 5 was 125 times the speed of light.
Clear to disembark.
5 cubed. Really simple, really easy. Star Trek The Next Generation altered the warp chart into something that was almost as easy to handle, which was the warp speed to the power of 10 over 3. So instead of being cubed, it was basically 3.3 repeating. And then they decided after Warp 9 they were going to screw with that particular system and just draw a line off the curve and call it infinite speed. Indeed you do, iMage. Between Narrativium and Handwavium, you've got everything. Unfortunate, but true. Okay, let's turn in the bounties here. Bit of an assault fine. 1.6 million. Okay, let's turn in, and now let's see this Type 10. Now, one of the tests I want to do is to find out, does the AX fighter have any influence on NPC ships now, other than Thargoids? Because I know that the AX multi-cannons on this thing were doing an inordinate amount of damage to non-Thargoid targets. I know they tuned that down. I don't know to what degree. If anybody does and wants me to save that, save me that trouble, then go ahead. But if they still do damage, I'd like to see what that's like. I'd like to see a runaway star in Elite. That would be neat. You mean just like a rogue star? Yeah, that'd be interesting, as well as seeing a supernova. Okay, so if we need other weapons here, we're just gonna... I don't foresee myself going after Thargoids very much anymore, so we're gonna sell these. We can always buy them somewhere else, fly to Shinrarta and grab them or something. So we're just gonna straight up sell the AX weapons. Now, Phantom, you do know, well, obviously you know about the map filters, right? That you can filter down and find Wolf Rayets on the star map within a certain range. Small pulse lasers, and all of this is just gimbaled because why not? Let's just put in all of the lasers. Yeah, they are extremely rare. That is true. Okay, there's the armaments for us. Let's put in the utility mounts. That has worked for me exactly once. Yeah, something like that, iMage. You may need to get your eyes checked. Shaft launcher, ECM, kill warrant scanner. Well, let's throw the kill warrant scanner on.
Shields offline.
That's okay, this thing barely has any.
Shields online.
Shields online.
Carrot's still on board.
Shields offline.
And we'll get rid of this Repair Olympic controller for now.
Shields online.
Put in a proper cargo rack here. I don't even know why I'm bothering, but I'm bothering, so there we go. Okay, modules were at 100%, right, so just turn off the... Yep, turn off the cargo hatch and we are good. Fire groups.
Fire groups.
Kill warrant scanners there. Everything else set. Good enough for now. Lights on.
Lights on.
Alright, let's see how this Type 10 handles in a resource extraction site. Now, this is with all gimbaled guns. I imagine I may have to go turrets on this thing, but we'll see what this goes first. Also, we are testing with AX fighters. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Just to see if AX fighters have any impact on non-Thargoid hulls. Oh, that is a nice engine sound, though, when you hit the boosters. That is beautiful. Now, this is with grade 5 dirty drive tune on these engines, and they aren't even breaking 300 yet. If the fact that I have AX fighters on board spams the Thargoid subroutines? Spawns. Oh. I don't think they do. I think that is a totally different thing, I hope. So, first thing, this thing is armored. It has military hull armor, it has hull reinforcement, it has module reinforcement. It is not a fast ship. It is well protected, but that module reinforcement isn't going to last forever. The shields on this thing, I'm running triple grade A engineered shield boosters, and this thing still only has something like 700 megajoules. The shields on this thing are terrible.
Solid copy. Deploying the fighter. Systems online. Ready for action.
Weapons.
All power to weapons.
Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Did you actually just miss with those guns? Yes, this thing is definitely going to benefit from turrets. Okay, he's at 92% hull. Maybe Garrett just can't get a beat on the guy. Alright, let's try with a bigger target and see what happens.
Hey, you're firing at an ally. Pick a different target. Confirmed kill. We're in the clear, Commander.
Maybe I should fly the fighter, that's actually true. Let me get the scan on this guy and then I'll swap out.
I'm on it, Commander.
Balance.
Redistributing power.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Weapons.
Powering and deploying weapon.
Doesn't look like these things are doing much of anything. So AX fighters seem to have zero effect on NPCs now. Unless you happen to be a Thargoid. Well, they're kinda having an effect, I suppose. Just not much of one on this guy's shields, but I do see the shield slightly kinda sorta dropping. But near as makes no difference to ineffective.
I've got control, Commander.
Set 2-1.
Transferring power to engines.
I'm under fire, Commander. Taking damage.
Okay, so test 1. This thing also only carries a Class 6 power distributor. So this thing cannot maintain beam weaponry.
Shields are down to nil. You can get out of the firing line, Commander. I need to get away from the break, Commander. The ship can't take any more punishment. Fighter is destroyed. Took too much damage, Commander.
No, I don't think so, High Flyer. Well, in this case, it would be hard to test because I wasn't able to get the shields down on this thing. So we need to test some more. I'm thinking this thing would probably go better with, like, pulse laser turrets. Because those beams just, they just shoot through the distributor. It's only Class 6. Copy 02. I'm listed as playing Battletech? That's interesting. Oh, right. That's something else I need to switch out. Do-do-do-do. That's better. And update. And there we go. Thank you for that. Forgot they hadn't swapped it back when I was playing Battletech the other day.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Things that you ought to pay attention to on your dashboard.
Contact. Docking streams engaged.
Okay, so not a big success with beam lasers. We're going to turn all the Class 2 hard points into multi-cannon turrets. I guess so. I guess we're going extra long here. I just want to see what I can do with this, if I can turn this into something. Because right now the Type 10 is looking to be a pure anti-Thargoid ship. Almost hitting midnight here? Well, we'll do one more test here and then we'll wrap up. And that test is the multi-cannons. We'll put multi-cannons there on the mediums, and we'll put... no. Burst laser turrets. We'll put burst turrets into the large hard points and see where that puts us. It may still end up eating the distributor for lunch. I don't mind, please go all night. Well, I can't promise that yet. Might do something for New Year's. Possibly, maybe, perhaps. Depends on what Nia wants, because, you know, don't want to step on any plans she's got going. Okay, and the little pulse lasers. Oh, why not? Okay, so now we are going to the other extreme. We are doing all turrets. We're doing burst laser turrets, we're doing multi-cannon turrets, and we are going to swap out the fighters for a little bit more direct damage. Fixed pulse, fixed plasma. Fixed beam. Try the fixed beam, and we'll try the fixed plasma. Nah, actually we will do fixed pulse. Alright. Take two. Sorry about that. A little microphone adjustment. Gear up.
Retracting landing module.
You are clear to leave.
So you don't bang this ship's 5 head off the top of the dock. It's like a 4 head, only much bigger. Well, not nearly as big as the the Federal gunship, dropship, assault ship, but still got a big noggin. So, last test of the day, all turret build with fixed beams or fixed weapons on the fighter. I'll drop into the fighter and then we will see how the AI handles the turrets. So I need more practice in the fighters anyway with fixed guns. It was interesting. The AX fighter's weapon seemed more like a I want to say a revolver cannon rather than a multi-barrel cannon. Had a fire rate more like, you know, revolver cannons out of World War II or something. Infernal Spite. Well, you sound like a real treat.
Fighter startup sequence. Get ready for deployment.
What? He's already attacking me? Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Weapons.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
To weapons.
How in the hell am I already wanted? Whoa! Come on. Cover. This is a nasty spin. Well, you know, if I'd actually been able to steer the damn thing. Okay, now how did I end up wanted off of that?
Fighter base prepped. You are go deployment, Commander.
I was starting to get it back under control, barely, and then... Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Weapons.
Max weapons. Shield offline.
Alright, who's hitting me? That would be his fighter. Alright. Split 1-3.
Redistributing. Online. Shields offline.
Balance.
Equalizing now.
Attack my target. We'll get the turrets on that guy while I,
Got the target on my scanner.
This thing does not maneuver well. Weapons.
Power to weapons.
Ease off the friendly fire, Commander. I'm not the target.
Got him.
Target is
Attack my target.
I'm under fire, Commander. Taking damage. I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
Come on. There we go. Oh no, 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 we aren't playing that game. Set 1-3.
All shields. Shields online.
Balance.
Redistributing.
Target destroyed.
Okay, catching back up on chat. Looked like when somebody piloted a ship into the open reactor at Oracle, spun for days. Oh. High flyer. Isn't it good to be wanted? Means more targets. Well, usually, except I'm in a Haz-Res. Fighter versus fighter. Could get interesting. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Kind of liked it. I mean, it was mostly jousting there, which I'm not a fan of, but... Recall the fighter.
Roger that. You may commence your approach, Commander.
And let's see what we got here. We've got 84% hull on the ship.
Door opening.
I'm not thrilled by that, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Let's run through the modules. Shield booster. Drives are running kind of rough. Well, could be worse. So we're going to hang this one up. We're going to go grab a Taipan with the beams now.
Fighter is secure. Clear to shut down telepresence. Commencing fighter startup sequence. Get ready for deployment.
And a light fight in the distance. Set 2-1.
All power to engines.
Yeah, more module reinforcement may be the way to go. Oh, this should be good. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Weapons.
Power diverted to weapons.
Set 2-1.
Power diverted to engines.
Weapons.
Configuring for attack.
Coming in on another pass. Deploy heat sink.
Target destroyed. I detected, Commander. Scanning for additional threats.
Nothing like having your, nothing worse than having your thrusters scrapped. Or any drive. You're still actually good hull. Yeah. That's where you can shut down and go into the emergency mode. Try to do the emergency reboot and repair. Let's see. So the fixed beam Taipan, I'm having fun with this. I mean, I think I would still have more fun with the federal fighter, the Condor. Go with the multi-cannons on it. What?
Designation.
Not you, Alex.
My neural network is designed specifically for combat.
Thank you.
By origin, you're welcome.
Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Copy
Engage the
that.
target.
Let's take this one down. Target down.
Set 2-1.
Commander. Scanning for additional threats.
Weapons.
All power.
Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Target shields offline.
Okay, this is actually doing really well double teaming. I'm liking this. I'm having fun with this. Do you have any auto repair units, Phantom? Oh dear. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Target shields offline.
Deploy heat sinks. When you fire off a heat sink, you basically supercharge your lasers for a brief period.
Target down.
Canopy is partially cracked as well. What system are you in now? Because you may actually be close to some... There should be a station out in that area with a docking pad. Give me a location, I'll try to vector you in towards a station you can land at. Set 2-1.
All power to engines.
Attack my target.
Engage
Weapons.
target.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
Okay, one moment on that, and I will, once we take this guy out. Nope, I need to be somewhere else right now. Set 1-3.
Transferring power to shields. Online.
Set 3-1.
Converting power to weapons.
Nope, we can't have that now.
Target shields offline.
Target down.
Okay, let's see here now. Am I still under attack? Who's attacking me now? Oh, do not tell me. Recall the fighter.
Returning to ship.
I want it again. No?
Retreat to fighter bay at once. Door
Who's that
opening.
guy? Alright, well, that doesn't concern me right now. Let's get you figured out. Reference system. Iliarb.
Scan detected.
Let's not run into a rock while we're at it. Yarbo OFC, okay. Find stations. So the nearest station is roughly 3,800 light years away. I'm giving you coordinates now.
Fighter is secure. Clear to shut down telepresence.
It's not the best, but it does have repair facilities. Set 2-1.
Power to engines.
Alright, let's get clear of this rock pile. Make a hyperspace jump to 5881. Clear that bounty, and then I think we will call it for the day. We've been going for a little over 3 hours. That's pretty good. Hoping to squeeze some more time out, but we'll see about upping the time as we go. What's everybody else think? Should I go longer? Am I doing all right? Is this even a good time slot? I've heard that it's good for Europe, but there's still room for tuning and improvement. Alright. Well, I mean, I can always, keep this core time slot and expand to either side of it, so... Yeah. Plots, planning, and ideas. So I gotta say, this thing held up really well. I mean, it could also be that I was taking most of the heat in the fighter and took down the shields on the targets before this thing even got into the combat zone, which is entirely possible, given that you don't need a stopwatch to time this thing, you need a calendar. On the other hand, it held up well. It sure did, it pulled its weight in combat. Good time for you, High Flyer? Alright. Yeah, I may try to expand to either end, maybe. See if I should start earlier, maybe run later. Meow's at work right now, so this isn't interrupting her. I don't want to interrupt, when she gets home. I don't want to be taking up the network with, streaming. But there is room to expand. Roll it around and set. There we go. You think it could go 10 hours? Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't play so long that I get burnt out. And I've been trying to go into a little bit more variety stuff, like I did BattleTech on Tuesday. Don't know if anybody liked that, or if, if I was just talking to myself there, but... seemed to get a couple of people with some positive, got some good conversation going. And XCOM, everybody seemed to enjoy watching everybody die horribly. Thanks to the ineptitude of me. Zap Brannigan's got nothing on my command style. Go block this shotgun with your face, you'll be fine. Definitely getting some gravity drag here. Actually, I came in a little too slow instead of a little too hot this time.
Lake Kilo Yankee Lima. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Lakon, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Entry guidance computations complete. Vectors for descent.
Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 3-2.
Copy 3-2. Lights on?
Lights on.
Oh, they were on. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
And there we go, the Type 10 Defender. Works spectacularly. That's the word I'm looking for. Against Thargoids. Works pretty damn well in the resource sites, too, if you've got a decent fighter pilot going on. I gotta say, my verdict is, I like it. The shield's held, so it looks like it can hold up against pirates fairly well. You could put in some decent-sized cargo base on this thing, and I think you'd do alright. That's gonna do it for me, Mr. Moo. I am a space sci-fi streamer here on Twitch. Catch me on YouTube as well. Always good to talk to everybody. Always good to have new conversation. And Phantom, good luck getting out there to that station. Hopefully it's somewhat on your way. In the meantime, I will be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. And what are we going to do then? Hell if I know. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. Take care, everybody. Fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, double check the manual and try turning it on and off again. Take care, everybody.